Welcome, everyone, to the Refugee Matters series today with a focus on Black refugees. The United States has had a rich history of being a humanitarian leader in the global community and of welcoming refugees to rebuild their lives here with dignity and safety. And during this unique past year with the pandemic and the crisis, refugees have served at the front line and have been serving us in the healthcare field. We've had over 176,000 who have worked in the healthcare field. We've had over 175,000 working as part of the food supply chain. And to honor refugees and asylees who are often unheard in our communities, we have been hosting a special Refugee Matters series leading up to World Refugee Day on June 20th, 2021. Within the past weeks, we've heard from refugees and asylees from diverse backgrounds who have shared their lived history and experience. And the series today is sponsored by the Opportunity for All campaign. And the Opportunity for All campaign is a vibrant national campaign designed to shift social, political, and economic conditions so that refugees can achieve their full potential. Tonight's conversation is dedicated specifically to Black refugees from the African diaspora. My names are Sylvia Nyamuhungu. I am a former refugee from Rwanda, immigrated here in 2011, and right now I work as a refugee community organizer here in Michigan. I'm going to pass it to our wonderful panelists to introduce themselves now.
Hello, my name is Norah Bagirinka. I originally come from Rwanda. I'm a genocide survivor. I came to America in 2005, and I now reside in Columbus, Ohio, and I work with the refugee community.
Thank you, Norah. Zawadi?
Hello, my name is Zawadi. My name is Zawadi Nyandinda, and I'm from Congo. I've been in Burundi. This is where I came, and I came as a diversity visa, and I work here as a case manager for bridge refugees, and also a founder of a nonprofit named African Women Empowerment Community of Knoxville. Thank you.
Thank you, Zawadi. Khamisa?
You're welcome.
Yeah, my name is Khamisa Abdalla, Refugees Congress delegate from Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm originally from Sudan. I came to America as refugees at the end of 2000. I'm working with Asian Community Center as Women Program Manager and also as Sudanese advocate. I work with refugees more than 10 years to help them emerge safely and successfully to the mainstream in the United States. Thank you.
Thank you, Khamisa. Salemu?
Yes, I'm Salemu Alimasi. People know me on the name of Derek, and I'm from Congo as well. Came as a refugee in 2011, and I've been here since then, working with refugees, helping them, like just giving back to my community, and that's what I do. And besides that, I have an organization that I created. It's called Co-Afro Community Center, where we help our community or our people to integrate, to culturally integrate in the system in America, and to help the youth avoiding delinquency and promote love and culture within the states. Thank you.
Thank you so much for introducing yourself, Salemu, and everyone else. Right now, I'm curious. I know the audience is as well, to hear about the work that you do in the community. So, can you each please take a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, to share a little bit about the incredible work you're doing in your respective communities, and also share with us what gives you hope to continue to do the work.
Okay, this is Norah again. I started a nonprofit called Refugee Women in Action here in Columbus, Ohio, and I also I am a delegate for the National Refugee Congress, which is a nonprofit organization that works in most of the states. Each state has a representative, so I've been representing Ohio since 2015. I work directly with the refugees, and we help them to with my organization, Refugee Women in Action, help refugees to connect them to resources so that they can become better citizens. I'm a citizen now of since 6 years ago, and I now own my own business in home health care, and I really appreciate what the opportunities has come my way. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, Zawadi.
Thank you very much. Again, this is Zawadi. Since in Knoxville, Tennessee, we have started our nonprofit for African women that work for refugees and immigrants also, especially Burundian, Kenyan, Rwandese, and Tanzanians, those who speak more Swahili. The needs comes in 2015 where there was a lot of increasing of refugees, and with the heart and love, I've seen only people come to me and say, Zawadi, we need something, we need this need. They say we cannot do this without any funds. And that's happened until we opened our nonprofit on 2019 December with the idea of helping women that most were single and could not afford the diapers and wipes. And that's come with raising awareness during a fundraising of baby showers, and so far we have done 25 baby showers, and everybody can tell you that we do have a saving of diapers in our house for almost 16 months for a baby. So that's a big change, and besides that, we also help our families and women to be civically engaged, not just after having to be naturalized, they need also to vote. But the last year, I went and make our women, for 5 women that have been here for many years, but last year they vote. So that's my hope. And tomorrow, I'm going to take again more than 10. Thank you very much.
Wow. Wow, thank you so much for sharing, Zawadi. That's amazing work. I mean, baby showers, I love going to baby showers, and like the fact that someone can have diapers for 16 months after they've had their child. It's not easy to buy diapers, and also civic engagement is really, really important. And the amount of people you've helped register to vote, become citizens, and you have 10 more tomorrow. Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Khamisa?
Yeah, this is again Khamisa, the refugees delegate from Lincoln, Nebraska. As I say, I work with refugees, support them, guide them, and coach them, help them to get back on their feet, to get their life back. Also, we help them and their family to do what they love. I do a lot to help the community as refugees because myself, I came as refugee. But the incredible job I really proud about is when I create sewing classes for refugees women in the community. Most of those women who come as refugees here, they love to do something about sewing back home. I myself like to do sewing. So we use this sewing class for women to gather them and give them the resources. Some classes, especially like financial educations, because we want the women to be independent financially. I found that some of those women are being abused, and to get out from their abuse, they have to be financial dependent, and also help them with find job, career, education, go back to school, and also we offer them some classes that to support them and their family. And one of the most classes I like because it's help family is called creating lasting family connection. This family build resilience of youth. And also we have program called Mother and Daughter Circle. I'm very proud of this program because it is a build relationship and string bond between mother and daughter. We know in America, people get the English faster, the parent not. There is no connection. So this program is really, really good for them. I really feel this program give me hope to continue. The reason why these programs I do give me hope to continue because I can see the result. I can see the result that connect this family together. It's not only for today, this will be for generation. To hold the family together, to build foundation for refugees family here in the United States. And thank you.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing. Financial independence is key, and us staying connected to our culture from back home as we're here, our language, those things are very, very valuable. Thank you so much for, being invested in that work. Salemu?
Oh yeah, I'm so involved in my community, and as everybody said, we had to find a way out because waiting for somebody to act have been taking so long, and the people of our community keep on struggling. So I came up with this organization called Co-Afro. It's Congolese and African Community Center, and we have two major programs. One is the youth, which we call Soiree, a student ambassador. We are creating leaders among the community in school and outside in among the youth, and that's in the group we say we empower to lead. So we show them the way, we help them find their good career, we orient and provide services, even referral for those who need scholarship, and be with them. And in the same program, we highlight our young people who have talented. Recently, I had an interview with 11 years old little girl who was writing a book. And just today, I met another young man who's 18 years old. He's the first East runner in track in the nation, not in Texas, but in the nation. That's what we do. And we have another program called it's called Soiree Culturelle. There we connect the generation because we have some parents, some came from Africa, some were born out of Africa. How do we connect? How do we learn our culture? Because the world will accept us for what we have to give back or we have to contribute. So we want to teach our community, our culture, and show the world that we are there. It's called cultural integration. We want to have our value to contribute to what is there. We teach citizenship class, we have ESL class, and a lot more. And that's what we do. And the hope is just we are seeing many coming to us and enjoying and benefiting from these classes. I'm continuing to the last break. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing, Salemu. I am very, very encouraged by all the work that you guys are doing. We came here as refugees, asylees, through the lottery, and we just didn't come to just be supported, but we're also supporting and giving back in our community in so many ways. And to me, that gives me so much hope. And there's a theme, Salemu, you shared about being in contact with our culture and our language, just like Khamisa shared, and also investing in the youth. And we have many youth, like you've shared, Salemu, who have many skills and talents. And which better person to invest in them than people like us who also came here in the same way as they did. So thank you so much for sharing what you're doing in the community. As you all know, this month is also a very, very, very special month. This month is the month that we also get to celebrate the World Refugee Day. And another thing is that we also get to celebrate Juneteenth. Juneteenth is a very, very special holiday for Black people in the United States. It's a holiday that resembles so much. And on the reason why we celebrate this holiday is because on January 16th, in 1963, President Abraham Lincoln declared all slaves that were held in Confederate states to be free. But this news never reached the Texas slaves. So on June 19th, this day on June 19th marks the day that the news of the Emancipation Proclamation reached the enslaved individuals that were still in Texas as enslaved individuals. And June 19th is a very, very special and important day for Black people in the US. It's the day that we commemorate the end of slavery, the emancipation of those who are enslaved. But also on today, we want to recognize that Juneteenth serves as a reminder of the work that still remains to challenge anti-Blackness and the ways that despite the ending of slavery in the United States, equality and justice still remains elusive for many, many individuals. And to my next question, as Black refugees, what are some of the challenges you have had to face in the United States, particularly when it comes to your race as a Black person, and how did you overcome these challenges?
The challenges that I face as a Black woman, as well as an African, they are multiple compared to other Black people, because sometimes have challenges of the accent, have challenges of my name, and then as well I have challenges of my age. I am now a senior, and I came here, went back to school. I did a bachelor's degree in home health care, and as well I've been serving my community since 2007, trying to help the refugees to connect them to resources. But my challenge was that all the time when I could apply for a job, I was told that I'm overqualified. There would be a reason, but behind the back, I would know that that wasn't the real case. The case was where I come from, who I am, and mostly my age. So I suffer multiple things because a Black woman, because it's my name, my accent, my age, and other multiple things. So in order to overcome my challenges, I decided to work for myself. I decided to start my own business. Now I'm a business owner. I have a home health care called Morning Dawn Home Health Care. We serve people who have disabilities, and I hire also youth from our communities, youth who has finished high school, that they can be able to connect with anyone who needs their services. We train them, and then we are able to serve our community as well and serve other communities in that way. So I'm a boss of myself, and that's how I overcame my challenges. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Nora. And it's heartbreaking to hear that the challenges you've had to go through just because of who you are, but also very empowering and encouraging to hear how you overcame them and how now you're impacting more people in the community through your business. Zawadi?
Yes, here in Knoxville, as a Black refugee, we encounter a lot of problems and we don't know how to come out. For example, most of the time, we don't have a good information, we don't have a good network. We have a lot of people right now, especially youth in our city, that have been jailed, like 5 people. They don't know how to get the bailout. Their bail don't be accepted because they are Black and also they are refugees, which means they don't speak English. So no one can help them find out the information. How can they build their bonds? So those are most problem for our community, speaking languages that we have also to overcome. And myself, since I came with a degree in Africa, I couldn't afford or I couldn't have a job because I speak French. But I have to fight since I'm resilient and I'm smart. I'm gonna tell that to my Black women that we are smart. I went to school, take a little bit time to learn English, and beside that, I couldn't have a job because I'm just like I am. Then what I said again, I opened my own non-profit. He said, we don't need to always ask people, the churches, can you give me diaper? Can you give me clothing? We are resilient. So if we get together and everybody can give $20, this is how people grow. So if you have a 16 months diaper saving, which means someone give $40, $20, $10, and we come up together, we're having like seven boxes for diapers and wipe, car seat, and everything. So from that reason, I have to overcome myself. I have to read and read and read. So for all the people that I'm telling right now that are watching us, they need also to go and learn. There's no age in learning. So I'm still learning. Like right now, that we are getting connected. We have always a new network. So when we get through that, we can be also appointed to the new position. Like today, now I'm working for refugees because I've shown my experience. It's not like because I'm Black, but they see I was working through the process. I was helping people. Yes, I take people to go vote. So this person can do something. So, okay, can you come work with us? Because they have seen some assets on me. It's not just by color. So we have to fight.
Thank you so much for sharing, Zawadi, and that was very, very inspiring. And education does not have an age range. You can go to be educated, especially in this country, at any time. And thank you so much for sharing that. We have a few minutes left, so please be mindful of the time. I'm going to pass it to Khamisa now. You're muted, Khamisa. You should be able to see like a microphone.
Can
And
you see now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, definitely. Like those sisters and brothers say, there is a lot of challenge we face it at the United States. But the most challenge I face it when I go back to school. I will tell you a little story about this because it means a lot. When I was in school, there is some assignment that we have to read, and there is some question. When we come to class, the teacher say, go to the group and do your answer your question. But we are six of them. Five of them just go in one group and left me alone. I was sitting there by myself until the class ended. The next day, I went home after I come from the work at the middle of the night with 7 kids on my hand. I studied all the chapter and answered all the questions. When I came the next time, the next day classes, I answered most of the questions. Guess what? The other student, they say, let's join Camisa group for next time. When I came the third time, they come and join me. I was really appreciate that because I be able to participate. I found out the reason they didn't want to communicate with me because they didn't know how to communicate with me. They feel I was different. The main point here I want to express, when you have a problem like that, don't run, don't hide, because I see a lot of refugees uh, move from job to job because they find something difficultly. Some of them didn't like to go to school because they face the same thing I face it. But come over it, speak, talk, represent yourself, don't hide. I know it's so hard because some people didn't understand you, didn't know you. This is not going to give you the reason. But my point here is stand for yourself. Get to the positive point that can help you and help others. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Khamisa, for sharing that inspiring experience. Salemu?
Yeah, no, challenges, we can avoid them, but I want to turn the ball around to ourselves. You know, the part of the challenge is how we came from Africa, we come from somewhere. Most of our country, we don't know the law. We really don't know about regulations and everything. So we find like being ignorant of the law, we put ourselves in trouble. And the people needed somebody to trust. People, community needed somebody whom they will turn to when they're in trouble, who can guide and help them. And the other problem is the race. We can't avoid the race. Race is there. I remember a mom who almost died, spent 2 months in coma because she was yelled at and fell at work and left by herself. And it was just a miracle of God for her to come back to life. All those challenges. And how do we overcome them? Is by creating these groups, as I said, the co-afro. We are telling our community, like, let's trust each other and push each other up. We have this language we say in co-afro, we say like, the beauty, co-afro is that unity among diversity is the beauty and the strength of our country and our community. That's what I always say. And I say, my community, my people, like, while we are together, we can achieve anything. That's how I always tell my people, let's go back to ourselves and then let's give the world, let's give America what we have. Let's show them the value we are representing. They will come and embrace us, and all the rest will stop from there. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Salemu. And I want to make a correction. I did say 1963 was the day that slaves were declared free, but it's 1863. And it's June 19th is when we're going to be celebrating that day. Now we're going to move into our next question, which is regarding if we had power to change issues. Please try to keep this answer short. We have a few minutes left, so maybe 30 seconds each or less. But if you had the power to change one issue that is affecting Black refugees in the United States, what would that issue be, and how would you change it?
I think I have so many issues, but the major one is that I would establish services that are really tailored to our communities. You find that most of the programs, for instance, just a small scenario, when you go for counseling, and which most of the Africans are not used to, you find that the program, the way it's tailored, is not designed for us, because even the questions they ask, they are not really designed for our people, and people turn away. We have a lot of trauma and stress, because most of us comes from the war-torn countries. So I would change some of the policies and procedures that would be tailored for everybody. Thanks.
Thank you, Norah. Anybody else?
Yeah, Zawadi, again, if there's some issue that I would like to change, is to trust our Black people, Black Africans, that they can also work in the organization, even though they have their own degree back in Africa. We have to trust, because we can do better. And if today I'm working as a case manager, I would like to bring more people so that we can build also the capacity, and the clients will really trust on us than other people, because we speak the same language, we eat the same food, we integrate, everything comes together. So maybe we will bring more people in the workforce.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. For me, I feel like the issues I see, the protection for the refugees. The refugees is not just start when they come to United States. I want them to have a protection for the moment they flee for their country. They just scatter around the world for other country and live in the calm. And they really have crisis there. They have really an unbelievable situation there, treatment. They get in trauma. When they are accepted, like refugees to go to anywhere, any place like the United States, they will come with a lot of trauma and stress. And this will be real hard for them to really adjust and be successful in the United States. Why not? We cannot protect them all when they are in the refugees camp. We can save time, save them more than they will come here. So my point, I really need protection for refugees since they left their country.
My contribution will be very simple, and it's like the issue. There's a thousand of issue, but the problem is information. When you are not informed, you will never know your right. That's why I think to solve the issue, like I would love to my community to be well informed, to have available opportunities, because the decision even for people to come to America, I participate in a survey. There is a group of refugees should be participating in the number and see how it is. But because we are not participating, because we are not informed, everybody is taking part of what they think is right. But as the people concerned, we are out. That's why information is really good, and available opportunities. And the other part maybe will shock all of us is to stop refugee. What do I say by that? What do I mean by that? We have to know what the cause of the refugee. There is some people who are taking advantage of our countries, abusing the power, killing everything, killing every day. In my country, there is more dead than World War II combined. So you have to know what the cause of that's causing refugees. And if we step on the nail and try to cut it off, I think people will be safe, and the refugee will provide the best of themselves, because we are not running from hungry. We are just finding opportunity to be productive and to help again the country that welcomed us. That's who we are: resilient, strong. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Salemu, and everyone else for sharing, bringing light to some of the challenges that we're still facing, and proposing solutions to this. And as part of us just closing off, do you have any way that people can reach you to support you in the work that you're doing that you'd like to share with our audiences?
Yes, we have a website. It's undergoing some changes, but it's called rwia.com. It's Refugee Women in Action in short. It's up there. I posted up there on the link, and anyone can help us. We work as volunteers most of the time. We have challenges of resources, so if anyone can donate to us, would be very helpful.
Thank you. Zawadi?
Yes, I'm very thankful for the fact people also connect and they get to know us, even though we have been in this program for 2 years. And I'm really being applauded as last year with the COVID, we do have a lot of finances and resources that we help our immigrants and refugees from Sudan, from Congo and Kenya and Burundi. And also you can reach us on our Facebook. Right now we have African Women Empowerment Community of Knoxville, live in Tennessee. And you can reach out. Our phone number is 865-253-8265. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zawadi. Khamisa?
Yeah, I put the website of Asian Community Center. For Asian communities, just the name, but we work with all the refugees from Sudan, Middle East, Asian. So there is a lot of refugees come to our center, and most of the people is women and children. We really need that support and help, especially during the COVID-19. People really need to get the right information. We have people still get it wrong about the COVID-19, about the vaccine. So it's really we need resources to get this information to the people.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Khamisa, for sharing how people can be involved. Salemu?
I'm so happy and thankful for CWS for what they are doing. They are holding the hands of refugees through the way, and they are helping. They are really doing amazing work. I'm so thankful for EMM, all those big vlogs. They are really doing something great. I want them to allow the community, the people in the low level, to be able to support themselves. I want them to hold their hand. Those small organizations, I want them to empower them so they can help, because no one can teach better the culture than me. I'm the only Congolese. Nobody can speak the Congolese language than me. Nobody can feel the pain like me. So if they hold me good, if they accept, I'm talking to them because they are most charge of refugees, but I'm giving opportunity to all and everybody. The co-author, we still have a Facebook page. We are all, our hands are open, and we love to hear from you. We have a lot to suggest. We can't just say it now here. It's really a lot. We just want you to come and just do what you can do, and we'll be appreciative. And we thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Salemu, for sharing that. And unfortunately, we've reached the end of our session. But fortunately, there's another session happening on the 18th of this month as part of the Refugee Matters series. And this would be a session highlighting stateless individuals. So for our audience, if you want to come and get to hear more from other groups of refugees, please attend the session on the 18th of this month to hear from stateless individuals. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.